Hey, it's Carlisle, Brown Mountain Blooms. I'm gonna put a little video together. It's Tuesday, June 18th. Connie and I are hoping to get ready for the farmer's market this weekend. I think we're gonna have enough flowers. We did get a few over to Suches Valley. We appreciate them. I think they're trying to start a farmer's market and do some things over there. So gave them a couple of bouquets to try to sell, and hopefully we can get some more over there to them for the future. But really wanted to kind of give you an update of what's going on, so let you kind of see what's happening. So like I said, it's in the afternoon. You kind of see maybe from the sky in the background a little bit of breeze. It's nice right now, actually. You know, hopefully getting a little bit of rain. Had a little bit the other day, but makes my life easier than having to water everything. So I'm always happy to see the rain. I think one of the big things that I've noticed with Connie and I since we started since our now obsession with the weather. The fact that we're constantly looking, is it too hot, is it too cold, when's it going to rain, when's it going to stop raining? You just, I guess it comes with having all the territory and having to get everything done, but it is now an obsession. I constantly complain about how poorly our phones and AI's ability to predict the weather as I make plans to do things or not do things, and a couple hours later I'm looking at either it pouring down raining or it never rained, and now I'm out there trying to catch up to get stuff watered or get something put in the ground. So yeah, you do get an obsession with the weather, and it's year round. Even when we don't have, it's funny, even when we don't have anything out here other than the cool season stuff that we've overwintering, it's gonna be 20, it's gonna be 10, and you get that stuff covered, gotta get it uncovered, it's warm up. It's a constant battle. So but yeah, you do get obsessed with the weather. So behind me here we get the zinnias. You can see, hopefully since the last video, they're starting to really pick up. We actually have a few small ones on there. A couple of items I tried not pinching. You know, you pinch to basically get them to branch off when they're young, so you get more flowers per plant. I didn't do some, hoping to get a few early flowers, and it's paid off. There's some of them are small, but yeah, we're starting to see that, so that's really going to come on. That brings a lot of color, and it puts on a good show later on. You know, like I said, I told you, I think in the last video, the Rudbeckia is absolutely blowing up. We have the Black-Eyed Susan here. We've got a little Indian Summer, you can see back up over here, and a little more, some more Indian Summer over there. Glorious Daisy. So yeah, that really has taken off. So we got to figure out what to do with those, because we have got a ton of them, and it's a lot of cutting. You can see some of the yarrow here. Got a little yellow yarrow coming on. The white's been out for a while. The yellow's now actually just now starting to come up, and just feverfew galore. Really pretty smelling. Love the smell of that stuff. So yeah, things are really starting to come along really well. You know, we're getting the Sweet Williams here. It's really starting to kick in. Got our second flush of it. We had a really nice early spring flush of that. That's doing well. Got a lot of small stuff that's getting in here. Some basil, some different cinnamon basil, citrus basil, even some dusty millard, which I've struggled with this year again. I thought I didn't have enough sun last year. This year's, I don't know. I'm struggling with that. I got to learn some more with that. Maybe you need to move them. They don't seem to be happy here in the field. Got to do some research on that. But we got, yeah, some ornamental grasses. You see that big in the back? There's a funny story with that. That's the yellow iris that actually I found growing from the previous owners. At one point had them in towards the front, but they planted a bunch of poplars. The poplars got large since then. They've really grown up, and it basically just, there's no sun for them there. But last year I found maybe 3 little blades of, I wasn't sure whether, I actually thought it was gladiolus, more than irises, but found those, and they were struggling their way trying to grow anything, just a couple of leaves. I moved them out here, and they have just been extremely happy. We'll probably have to move them again, but maybe you can tell, you know, I'm about 6'2", and they're definitely over my head. So they just absolutely love it out here. So they're happy. They're definitely, certainly happy. Also tried some eucalyptus. So we got that spread around in a few different places. We tried one plant last year that kind of got, and you know, we tried to do it in a container just to kind of see how it would do, where it would be happy. But you know, honestly, fungus, you know, we're right here on the river, so you know, the humidity is super high here constantly, and it didn't do well. But you know, we really wanted to try it, so we basically started these with seeds. So we've got them spread out, some close to the river, some further away, just kind of seeing what works best, and really trying to make sure that that we can or can't grow them. So that's, again, being year 2, that's still what we're trying to do, is, you know, what's going to work, what's not going to work. But we've got several small things that have worked out real well, and some that not done so well. You know, we've been really planted quite a bit. We had a few asters last year, China asters that we planted, and they did real, I don't want to say they did well, they did pretty good. They were near the zinnias. They didn't have a lot of breathing room, you know, didn't get a lot of afternoon sun. But wow, they were pretty, and felt like we could probably do it if we gave them their own space, but I don't know. They haven't worked out too well. You know, I guess doing my research, either I put them out a little too early, they weren't developed enough, you know, or, you know, the weather, it went from cold to hot almost instantly, and I know they don't like that. It caused them to bolt and be a little bit short, so you can't make stems with them. They're really no good, other than, you know, trying to free up the space for something else. But you know, I'm also surprised that you know, we planted weekly successions of sunflowers, and really they're all going to end up, probably 3 weeks of them are all going to bloom at the same time. So that's going to present some interesting issues, but as we try to keep sunflowers going throughout the season. But yeah, you know, those are the kind of the struggles that you go through. You know, something's going to want to eat everything. You know, we're trying to fight some thrips. It's particularly with the snapdragons. We didn't have a problem with that at all last year, 0. But they seem to have found those. So we got a couple successions that are still coming out, but we'll have to see how that works with them and what we're going to be able to do with them, or whether we're going to end up losing the snaps. But you know, one of the things is we try to be responsible. We want to grow responsibly. 2 reasons. First of all, you know, out of respect for where we live. It's just, you know, there's so many chemicals in everything these days. You know, if we can avoid it, we're going to do it at all cost. So, you know, so far we've been really good to, you know, I can't say we're 100% organic, because, you know, some of the inputs of mushroom compost and some of the topsoils, you know, I don't know the sourcing on there. They're not guaranteed organic. So, you know, could we have stuff that, like I said, I don't know that I'd feel good about claiming that. But we do try to be responsible. We have not put any real chemicals on there. You know, a lot of weed pulling by hand, you know, do use some 30% vinegar to kill weeds. That works out real well. You know, and obviously I feel better with every other commercial with the big weed killer that everybody uses, that I probably used for years when we lived closer in town. You know, it's probably not good. So, you know, we want to take care. We want to try to grow these things right. You know, we believe that a lot has to do with the soil, and if you really produce good soil and you really take care of your soil and nurture your soil and feed it, that you can create healthy plants that can help you fight it. But, you know, bugs are bugs. It seems like everything wants to, you know, eat it, attack it. Just, you know, we had beavers last year that came out of the river and chomped on a bunch of sunflowers. So yeah, it's it's a constant battle, but you do appreciate it. You appreciate everything that goes into it. You appreciate all the farmers out there who, you know, this is their living and they spend a ton of time trying to make things work. And it just, you really appreciate it. You really appreciate the blessings that you get. And you know, you learn patience. You will learn patience because it will be tried. But that's really it for this week. I wanted, like I said, put a quick video together. I'm waiting for it to cool off a little bit. May try to cut some flowers. This way it gets us closer to dark. While it's still cool, if we can, get some of these things cut. Definitely pull weeds, but I want to put this video again. Appreciate you guys for watching. Appreciate your support. If you like the videos, hit the like button. We'd appreciate that. We know whether this is actually worth the time or not. So thanks again. We'll talk to you soon, and appreciate those customers that are out being patiently waiting for our flowers. Thanks. Bye-bye. One of the things you kind of see when you follow flower farmers on YouTube or online is this absolute excitement over having such abundance sometimes, and it is really overwhelming when you actually fill up a bucket full of color. It really is something special, and it makes this, the hard work, worth it.